This video is going to be about snow removal and just general landscaping for the community. So in regards to snow removal, we get lots of questions and there's a lot of misinformation out there. But the best resource is to go to our website at www.meadowslink.com and go to the MNC info tab and select snow removal information from the drop-down menu. So if you go to the general information page, we have a lot of great information here. I would highly recommend you read through it in its entirety. It will answer many of the questions regarding snow removal. But essentially, to summarize it, is that the Meadows Neighborhood Company is not responsible for all snow removal throughout the meadows. It's a very common misconception that we're responsible for the streets. But in actuality, these streets are public and they're the responsibility of the town of Castle Rock. So anytime you're driving down a public street or public road, that would actually be the town of Castle Rock who is responsible for the snow removal for that street. In regards to other various items with snow removal, so as I said, listed here, streets, those are the towns. Sidewalks. So the sidewalks adjacent to residents' property are their responsibility to maintain, and that's per town municipal code. It is very important to note that if you live on a corner, you need to maintain the sidewalks adjacent to your property, whether that would be to the side of your property line or to the front of your property line, etc. As long as it's adjacent to your property, you need to maintain and keep those sidewalks clear and safe. Trails, some trails throughout the community are the MNCs. We do own them and maintain them. Other trails are the towns. So it kind of gets broken up throughout the community, but we work in collaboration with the town to make sure those are cleared of snow and ice. Alleyways and shared driveways. This is typically the Meadows Neighborhood Company that's responsible for snow removal. And we do have another section or subsection of the snow removal that talks about this in more detail. MNC areas that we will clear for snow, these include the Grange facility, the Taft House, MNC owned trails, sidewalks adjacent to MNC property, alleys and shared driveways. Typically, our snow removal procedures begin once there's been 2 or more inches of snow or snow accumulation. And for shared driveways, that's 4 inches of snow accumulation. It does vary depending on if it's spring or fall. If we're going to get really warm temperatures after a snow, we may elect to let that melt to save homeowners money, etc. So it is kind of a case by case basis. Facility closures, if for some reason the Douglas County schools are delayed or closed, the MNC facilities may be delayed and closed as well. Snow removal enforcement. So we get asked this question a lot. The HOA does not enforce snow removal. We typically refer that to the town of Castle Rock and their municipal code to enforce. The town of Castle Rock also has some great information regarding snow removal. You can go to the link here and visit their page and read that information as well. Going back to the snow removal, we do have another section for alleys and shared driveways. Like I said, shared driveways, depending on the area, we will do a portion of the shared driveway, or we will do the entire shared driveway and the garage aprons as well. This will be explained more under this tab. Sub-associations, it's entirely possible that you live in a sub-association and you get extra perks or benefits in regards to snow removal because of that sub-association. So to find that information and to learn more, we highly recommend that you contact your sub-association directly, talk to them, they can explain that. All of the sub-association contact information can be found under MNC info and then go to sub-associations. If you want to report a snow removal complaint or an issue, similar to a covenant violation report, you can go here and click on the tab, it will bring up a page, fill out the information, in the boxes, it will be sent to our staff and we will look into the various issue or reply back to you if it's not an MNC area, etc. In regards to landscaping, we get lots of questions regarding maintenance and grass, things of that nature. So the Meadows Neighborhood Company, we are responsible for the landscape maintenance for any areas that we own, sometimes town areas that we have surface maintenance responsibilities for. But the main issue with landscaping, or the main thing that we get contacted about the most, is the native grass. So we have a lot of residents that move here from different parts of the state or out of state, and they have not seen this native type of grass before. So if you look throughout the meadows in a lot of open areas or common space areas, you will see grass that is very tall, which is up to your knee or higher. We typically just refer to this as native grass. The main reason it's there, and it's called for in many of the landscaping plans or site development plans, is to save water or use less water. The native grass does not require nearly as much water as a nice turf front yard for a homeowner. So that's why you will see it in all of these common spaces. Usually it's never irrigated and it is intended to grow tall. That's one of the main things we get questions about. Yes, we are maintaining it. It's really only going to be mowed once a year, typically in the fall, and that's standard care for that type of grass. We'll get a lot of questions saying, hey, you're not mowing the grass. Can you address this? No, the native grass is meant to be left tall about your knee or higher. Again, if you have any questions regarding any HOA snow removal concerns or landscaping, etc., feel free to stop in, give us a call, email us. We'd be happy to speak with you and clarify or answer any questions that you may have.